Okay, whoops. I wasn't supposed to do a new game. Supposed to actually, like, do load, just to make sure it doesn't keep playing the thing. But we are back, this time with more, Live speedruns. So, we've finished all the Octopath stuff, and then we're now trying to finish off the rest of the Live stuff. So, we're going to be doing a Live single story speedrun again, on Twilight of Edo Japan, which we have done before. However, these are like challenge speedruns, so instead we're gonna do the Pacifist and the Genocide round of Live instead. So we're gonna do all those. So obviously, if you've played Undertale before, you might know what they mean by when they say Pacifist and Genocide route. Pacifist being get through the entire chapter without killing any enemies outside of the ones that are required for the thing, in this case, because there are enemies that we do have to defeat, that we have to defeat to complete. And then the other meaning being Genocide, where you are required to kill every, not every enemy, just get 100 kills. There's 100 enemies in this game that are considered kills, as well as a few other things. But there are some things that are like not considered kills because they're spirits, or they're when they say kills, it needs to be kills on actual people. So stuff like spirits and you'll see like fire statues and things like this. All those are not considered physical beings. They're considered like spiritual or magic based, so they're not actually counted as kills. So yeah, obviously. Let me just make sure everything's working first before we begin. Obviously, in terms of progression ways and everything else. But this week, Tuesday through Friday, we'll be doing more My Luigi Brothership. I don't think we're finishing it this week, because considering how long I heard someone tell me that the game actually is, there's a chance that it's not going to be finished. I'm already at the 40-hour mark, halfway through, I feel like, and they're already in the 90 hours, so it's like, I think that they keep introducing more and more stuff as time goes on, it seems like, so we'll just have to wait and see there. Obviously, a few other things. Saturday, we did finish Sackboy. Yesterday we finished Sackboy, A Big Adventure. I've deleted that off. I've now added on Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. That will be the next game that we play after that one, of course. And then Sunday will be a day off, because again, I'm taking days off on Sundays until I finish these Switch games, so that Alison has time to do Genshin stuff. Especially now, she's grinding for some stuff that she needs for to get the character that she's looking for. So I'm trying to give her as much time as I possibly can. So we'll just see how things go there. And then obviously, Monday next week, we will be doing Marvel Rivals with Ultron. We'll see what Ultron's like, and we'll see a few other things as well. So, yeah. But in terms of this run, again, we've already done all the single stories, but these are a couple of challenge runs that I want to do. There are a couple of other ones as well, but no one's done any runs for them at the moment, so I'm going to just probably wait until something happens, and then eventually, when it comes down the line, if any more challenge speedruns get done, or stuff gets added to the leaderboard, I will probably go ahead and attempt those. I have thought of ideas to do something with Live Alive, because they did release Octopath Traveler and Live Alive on PS4. I'm not going to re-buy it on PS4, but I felt like what I should do, I've played Octopath already on stream. I have not played Live Alive officially on stream, so, and also Triangle Strategy is also the same thing, but it's like, I was thinking, should I go back and eventually do playthroughs of those, as if I was getting the trophies, but, probably not. So, we'll just wait and see, what happens there. But obviously, again, this is the Twilight of Edo Japan Genocide round, 100 kills, we have to get 100 kills on certain enemies. Same rules will apply as before. If we complete the thing from beginning to end, this will probably be the last time we do it, because there's a point in time at the start where if we don't get what we're looking for at the start, we have to then keep resetting. So that'll be what we do. We'll keep resetting until we get that completely sorted out, and then there's a couple of points in time where I have to save and things. So both of these runs went fairly smoothly the first time that I did them. And the good thing is this game also does autosave, so we'll just wait and see what happens and hope for the best. But that's basically the plan. Obviously, that's what we're gonna do, so, this will be very different. This run will be very different to the any percent, purely because we're going out of our way to kill, the 100 enemies. As well as anything else that we need to do as well, so this will be at least a fun one, but it's gonna get to a point where if we don't get a, if I don't get a shuriken, by the time I get to a certain fight, I will have to restart. By the time I get to the Go Ninja fight, which is the first split of the game, if I don't get a, shuriken item from that, from any of the fights before that, I will be restarting because you can't get by that fight without it. It's too difficult. I tried to get by it without I tried to get by the fight without it, and it is possible, but you got to get kind of lucky, and I don't want to be there forever doing that. So that's basically what's going to happen in this situation. And we shall see what is going to happen after this. But yeah, that's basically it in this situation. So, 100 kills, genocide routes. Obviously, we'll keep going until we get a run going, and then at that point, we'll probably just stop, and then we'll continue to figure it out from there. Because I don't know how long it's going to take, first of all, so we'll just have to wait and see. But this is... let me actually get the games loaded up on the thing first. I need to load... I don't think it matters which one I load. So I'm just going to load one of my... We're restarting from the start of the chapter anyway, so... Just load from one of these and get it all ready. So, and same thing with the Pacifist route. Pacifist route's way shorter than this. It's like probably less than 20 minutes, I think. Probably a little bit longer, actually, but it's not anywhere near as long as this one is. This one here is going to take a little bit, but we'll just see how it goes. We might be able to get 2 runs going. So, again, we're going to replay from the beginning, and we start from here. Obviously, again, as I said, we might have to do a reset when we get to the Go Ninja fight, and there will be a point in time where I will need to save, because there is a point where if we don't kill the enemies fast enough that we will... be unable to things. So 3, 2, 1. So this might be just a single run, or it might be 2. I'm not entirely sure. I'm expecting this to be longer than 2 hours potentially, depending on how many times I have to restart. I've also got to remember to skip with instead of skipping with triangle, it's skipping skipping with B, skipping with ZR. So this will be more so like how you would play the game normally, actually. Because usually when you would play this game, you would play it as if you were trying to win every fight. So obviously in this case we want to fight everybody that's human at least. There are going to be several things that you'll see that I can point out. So I do have counters on all the things to let me know. So you'll see at the end of this fight that it will say like 2 kills. So we need to get to lives taken, and we need to have 100 by the end of this. I do have markers for most of the major fights on the splits and in my notes. the chances are that I will be probably just doing this once. So there's a lot to remember. So typically you want to, with these enemies, just make sure that you're attacking them on the side they're not facing, because you'll do more damage. It's like a back attack. That's typically what you want to do. Left to up one once. Oh wait, I'm supposed to not be here. I need to be on the other side. Never mind, that's my fault. Strategy here is to go like this. Down and then left two. Yeah, this is what you're supposed to do here. Basically make it so that he can't ever hit you. So we're looking out for any items that drop, because we do need them to. Otherwise we have to start again. Once we get to like 12 kills if we don't have the items. I think we avoid these enemies. We avoid those enemies till later because they're apparently too difficult, I think. Northwest across the water to the building. We actually come back to grab all these enemies later. Okay. I will make a save probably here in case we get that enemy that appears. Unfortunately, yeah, that's unfortunate. I didn't want to fight then. That's what happens if you take too long. I mean, because you're supposed to avoid that guy. So you want to avoid him and talk to the guards. This is another reason why, like, I think as well, because there'd be a lot of resetting. Depending on what happens, so we'll just have to wait and see. You can't remember where it would auto-save. I think it auto-saves after each fight, so we might be okay. This is why I make backup saves. Otherwise, we're gonna have to redo, like, from other points again. So when I come out, I'm gonna have to go to the left. The guy doesn't catch us. You want to give the wrong password intentionally so that you fight the things and then go inside. And intentionally go to the right side. That's not what I wanted to do. I wasn't expecting to turn around so fast. It's fine. North and east, the second set of double doors. And this should be a fight with the shinobi. I'm gonna make a save here because I think this guy actually killed me. Some of these we got it intentionally. Give them the wrong or the right password, I guess. I'm not sure which enemy gives us the... I haven't been paying attention if we've got any shurikens or not, because that's gonna... I'm not gonna be able to get past the... I think it's this guy right here. West. Looking good so far. All the way west through the second set of double doors. Yeah, this is like the 80%. Gonna let it go around to the left, and then. Yeah, we're going peek through here specifically for this. I believe this is like the last point where I think it is. Yeah, I'm supposed to have the Fuma Shuriken here. I'm just gonna check real quick. I don't think I do. So if we don't get it by this point, I'm gonna have to reset. This is what I'm saying, like because we need that item. If we don't get it here, then we have to restart. This is why I was saying, like, it's the same thing with the Kate, where it's like, I probably will only do one run. So if we don't get the Fuma here, we're going to reset. I film it, so I have to restart. It's weird. Why is my stream is up? It's saying that it's up. It's weird. Like the viewership count isn't going up. But the time thing is. We'll find out in a second. So we do have to restart. That's why I'm thinking I'll only do the one run, because if we're gonna have to restart, then it's gonna... Yeah. not gonna be good. And if we get to a point where I don't get a run going today, I'll probably just end the stream. How do I restart again? My resets D1. Alright, let's give it a try again. 3, 2, 1. So if you get if you don't get a run going by today, we'll probably just move on. But actually, no, yeah, we'll probably just move on. No. So if we don't get a run going today, we'll come back next time. If you do get a run going and we get to a certain point, then it's the same thing with the thing. It's like the cape. Where it's like, if we get stuck at if we get all the way from beginning to end, then we won't come back and do this. If we go, only up to the point where I need to get this, and we don't do it, we can come back and do it 2 weeks from now. And if we get halfway through, or partway through, and we don't end up finishing a run, then I think that it's fine. But it shouldn't take nearly as long. Because I at least now know where I've got to go, but we basically need a Fuma Shuriken to get through the next fight after the one that I was thing, so we have no choice. Because we just can't beat the fight with what we have. You have to have the... It's random what they drop. We will also need them to drop a significant amount of shrimp rice balls, but we will get spare ones anyway. Just because they're in the way. Yeah, if we get stuck just constantly on this loop here, we'll probably just come back again. If we don't get stuck on this loop and we finish the game, then we'll just leave it at that. And if we get like partway through the thing, then we'll also just consider it as a thing too. So already we have 2 shrimp rice balls. Pretty much we just go down right to attack, down left to attack, down right to attack. The enemies that are here, we just chase them down. Later, because I think they die much faster, but... I'm not sure which enemy is supposed to drop. Drop the shuriken or not, so... All I know is that you need it before the Go Ninja fight, which is the one that we were. Oh, and a raid. Hang on a second. I'm not worried about being fast. Thank you for the raid, Cloud. Welcome in, Raiders. Doing a speedrun. We're trying to kill 100 enemies. Although right now we are grinding. Well, we're trying to get an item, and the item has first attempt was a fail. Second attempt so far is a fail as well. Thank you everybody for raiding. Welcome in, Raiders. Do all the Switch games, speedruns, reaction videos, platinum playthroughs as always. How did Dead Island 2 go today? Did you slaughter a ton of zombies, I hope? I think that's the... I'm trying to remember. I keep getting confused between Dead Island and, I'll try and do it. We're banking on a... I've got to get an item to drop. Otherwise we can't get by one of the fights. It's just, we have to have it. And I don't remember which enemy drops the item. Didn't get a whole lot of time to be satisfied. That's, I mean, you still made some progress, that's good. I've watched a few people do Dead Rising speedruns. Those games are fun. The Dead Rising. I don't think we're getting it. I think we have to restart again. Not having a lot of luck today with not having a lot of luck today with getting this item. Nope, that's not the item we need. One more fight and then we have to restart again, unfortunately. Yeah. No. Yeah, I mean, we do once we get the item, it's just luck. I can't determine the, it's just whatever the RNG is. Just this first part, like, if we don't get it. Everything else is fine. I think everything else will be fine. Just gotta hope that we get the right item. Like the next fight after this is essentially like the Ginyu Force of ninjas. Is the best way to put it. So, but you only have to kill the leader. So the best way to kill the leader is use an item that will just kill them immediately. So you don't have to you don't have to fight the rest. So you see, and there'll be enemies that have a flag next to them, which basically means, if there's like a flag, that's bad, no luck for us. We have to restart. If there's a flag next to the name, it basically means that they, yeah, we can't do this one. Ooh, okay. Well, that's two times out of, it's 2 times out of 2 non-success. I think there's only like 2 points in time where we might have to restart here, and if we miss the timing on another section. Everything else is fairly fine. We get enough healing items throughout the game. We get enough, get enough ammo items as well throughout the game as well. Alright. Third time's the charm, right? 3 people got raided by 3. This is the 3rd attempt. Everything good comes in 3s, right? Let's see if we can do this. Oh, I should mention this. I found out that you you got to 100k channel points in Sarada's stream, and you've caused him to dye his hair. You're gonna get him to dye his hair a certain color. I was wondering how long it would take for someone to reach 100,000, because, I mean, I don't use my points, but I don't know how many other people are close to 100,000, but I think that that's kind of... Oh, you're gonna get to go green. Oh, no. No, I have like 220,000 points right now. I just don't spend them, because I want to see how high I can get. So I was wondering how long it would take for someone else to reach 100k. He has an appointment. Yeah, I don't think he's done it yet, but that's gonna be wild. So I could technically change his color. I could technically change it like twice, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna allow for. I want to see what his hair looks like green. Let's try this again. At least this area is like fairly straightforward. It's only like a 7 to 10 minute time loss, but if we get the item at least once, we'll be okay. So we already have 2 healing items. These early fights will go by very fast. So once we get actually into everything, it'll get a little bit better. That's the thing about this. Once we get into it all. Like the run itself isn't super long unless I forget about unless I forget about an enemy. That's probably the only thing that would be a problem, but I have a guide, so I'm trying to follow that as best as possible. Still no. Alright, 6, we're at the halfway point now, which is a little bit concerning. Now I gotta remember where I gotta go. We skip these enemies that are on the outside because we have to come back this way anyway, and also I think they're just easier to kill later on. They usually die in one hit if we kill them later, versus fighting them now means we have to actually struggle and try and win, which that's gonna be it. We're gonna get into the fight with this guy. I should probably restart the thing here. I can flee, that should be okay. Should be able to get through if I can flee. That's a Koban, we don't need that. That's for the Pacifist route. Let's see if I can run away. No, okay. It's fine. We don't need the Koban, that actually gets used in the Pacifist route. We collect those keys in the Pacifist route to activate a area where you can find a puppet of the main character, and and it actually bypasses one of the most annoying fights in the entire game. The puppet kills an entire boss fight, but it's slow in any percent because you have to get the keys. You have to go around looking for them.
Who's that Pokemon?
And you can just also just have and also experience points. Experience points are good for that. Are good from that fight, even though it's an annoying one. But you'll get to see what happens in that when we do the Pacifist run. We avoid that fight completely by using a wooden puppet basically to kill them. To kill the 3 basket head enemies. I can't remember what they call those in actual Japanese thing. I don't remember what they're called. I just the ones that wear the buckets on their heads, the straw buckets. I can't remember what exactly the name of the what the traditional name is, but we fight them. Still nothing. I'm not sure what the percentage is of getting this item, but I know I got it, like, first time. Password should always be potato. Most of the time we pick potato, because that's not the password. That's not the correct password. No, didn't kill her. From what I remember, enemies have a chance to drop items, a whole bunch of items. But we're looking for one specific one. I think it needs to be the Fuma Shuriken. The Ode Shuriken might work, but I don't think it does enough damage. There might still be a way around it if I get an Ode Shuriken, but it's still gonna be bad. It's still gonna be bad if we don't, so I get it. I think they only drop from these shinobi enemies, so this is the one time where we don't say potato, or one of the few times we don't say potato. Kill him with this, hopefully. Item, please. No. Alright, only 2 more enemies to go before we have to do this. This is really what's gonna happen today. Oh, I didn't want to ascend. Is that really what's gonna happen today? We don't want to go there yet. I think we only have like 1 attempt left. Getting that. I can't force the item, unfortunately. It just has to drop. 2 Devil's Abacuses. I don't need 2 of them. I need 1. I don't need any of them, actually. What a wasted item. Alright. I'm actually wondering why we go this way to fight him when we could probably go the other way. I think the reason we go here is because of we've got this sequence where the maid is getting spun by the masseuse guy, and yes, we do return to them at some point. Alright, this is the last chance we have to get the item, so hopefully we have good luck. Nope. Alright. Third time was not the charm. Third time was not the charm. Fortunate. Oh, whoops, I'm supposed to... Wait a second, I can actually reload my old save here. No, that's true. The reason I don't do it is because there's a chance that you can get them later. That's why. That's why I do it. Never mind. Technically, I could keep... I think if I knew which fight dropped the item, I would do it. But the reason I don't is because multiple fights can drop the item. And so if I get it early, then there's a chance I can get extra items for later. Because there are fights that are easier if we get shurikens. We do pick up shurikens later in treasure chests, but not the part where we're currently at. We have to... You've kind of got to beat some of these enemies in a certain order. If you don't beat them in a certain order. And certain enemies will not appear until you've defeated certain enemies as well, so... Everything's kind of in a set path. You can't really do anything differently. The good thing is that Pacifist does not have any resets. Like, I can pretty much play that as much as possible. This one here, we're gonna have to every, like, 10 minutes or so. If we don't get the item, we have to pretty much reset. Which is what's happening here. But this didn't happen in my practice, so... Alright. Maybe this is the third time. I think this is the fourth time, but it's gotta work at some point. At some point, you know. Don't remember how many attempts it took me when I first played. It might have been 2 or 3 when I practiced the first, like when I gave it a go the first time, but we'll see. It will work eventually. It will work eventually. It's not when, if, it's a when. It's RNG again. Like even like it's like Pokecatch. You know, I can catch a Pokemon with a Pokeball that has a 30% success rate, but then someone else could fail it with an 80% success rate. It's just a matter of numbers. Matter of numbers and what's on the side. You know, but. That's what makes this game kind of work as well, is that the enemies, I believe, have a chance to drop... They have a common item that they can drop, but then they have other items that they can drop too, so it's like... You have a... I don't know, it's like Dragon Quest as well. Or like Final Fantasy or something like that, where it's like, some enemies have multiple items that can be dropped in the one fight. I don't remember what game it was that I played. I think it was something recently that I did. I think it was something recently that I did. It was, I was looking for an item that I needed. It took me a while to find it, and then, like, on the attempt that I finally found it, they gave me, like, 3 of the same items. Like, why you do this now? You made me wait for, like, an hour. Only to then give me 3 items, of which I only needed 1, and I couldn't use the others, so... It just wasted my time. Should have gone to the other side. He moved anyway. That's just my luck sometimes. Like, I know Final Fantasy, I can talk about that. Like, the Iron Giant from the second game, it took me about an hour to find. Final Fantasy V, I got the... There's like 4 hidden summons. I got 1 hidden summon on the first time that I ever fought the enemy that you're supposed to fight it on. Everything else I got done within 2 hours. All 3 of them are done within 2 hours, but there were people that spent several hours on just 1. And then I played Final Fantasy the original, and it took me... I got 3 War Mechs in a span of 10 minutes, and then I didn't get another one for 3.5 hours, so... Yeah. It's just RNG. Three in 10 minutes and then none for like 3.5 hours. Tell me how that works. And apparently they made it easier in the thing as well, which I guess they made it easier, but I could not imagine playing those original games, the originals, like the ones on the NES, when there was no easier RNG. Like it was not easy. At least I'm memorizing this part of the round. I remember where I'm going. Like those early Final Fantasy games on the original consoles are way harder than Pixel remasters. You don't have a lot of the items that they give you. You don't have autosave. You don't have quick save. So if you're in a dungeon that's 10 floors long and you die halfway through, you're doing the whole dungeon from the very beginning again. Which is also what makes some enemies so much worse in that game, because War Mech is a creature that you don't expect. It's just a random enemy encounter. You can just get it on your first encounter there and then die. And at that point, you then have to redo that entire dungeon again, just because War Mech appeared and killed the entire party and you could do nothing about it. That's not the move I was trying to do, but okay. I'm getting a lot of shrimp rice balls, not a lot of shurikens. I think they spawn from these shinobis. It would make sense for them to spawn from the shinobi, but I've seen them spawn in from other enemies too. That's why I figured it would be better to just try on every enemy instead of just trying on two. Like I could technically make a save here before I fight this enemy and maybe just not grind. But I'd rather just take my chances with getting a random one from easier enemies. Alright, let's have a look. No film for you. Okay. See, it's not like with Mario and Luigi Brothership, for example, they every enemy has like a standard drop. They usually, whatever the enemy is, they drop the material for that region that they're in. And then if you've got like loot booster or something on, it will increase the chances of them dropping an actual item. And that can be anything: syrup jars, mushrooms, yeah, a lot of stuff. So those enemies have like a standard material drop as their main one, but then they have so much % chance of dropping just random healing items as well. Hence why I've been using Loot Booster to try and... This is an awkward spot, but should still be able to deal with it. Nope. Come on, game. I know you can give me this item.
Who's that Pokemon?
No, lock. Lock. Well, at least I get to remove the RNG from my... At least I get to remove the RNG from the next time I play this game, because... Not only is it way shorter than this will be, it's also got no RNG that I have to worry about. Because we're not fighting most of the enemies. If we see any enemies, for the most part we're running away, or they're mandatory enemies that we have to face. Because this is 100 kills. I don't believe certain enemies count as kills because of spirits. Like you'll see, there'll be like souls that don't count as kills. There's like these fire and water statue things. They don't count as kills because they're spiritual. It's not a. The only enemies that count as kills are ones that are humanoid in book, I guess. It's the best way to put it. So we do get around that a little bit by grinding with later on. What is the world record on this? Like an hour, I think. Although I'm not going to be able to get record because I run on a slower system. It's probably like an hour. Or less than that, actually. Maybe like 51 minutes or something like that. Pacifist world record is 20 something, I think. If you're talking about just this chapter though, to finish it as fast as possible, I get to top 10. I mean, not a lot of people run this category, so I can easily get into like there's probably not even like technically I do have a world record for this game, but it's easily beatable. Because I'm using, I'm playing on the physical version of the Switch, so physical cartridges are slower than digital version, but I'm not playing another version of the game just to speedrun it. So I already own the game. I hate owning multiple games with the same name, like title, and I already have one copy that works. But yeah, technically pretty much any run that I would submit would be in the top 10 just because not a lot of people run the game. So like something like Mario, games like Mario have so many people that play them and run them. It's incredibly difficult to get into the top times for Mario. Like, very difficult. It's like they have a set base time that a lot of people can usually reach just by playing enough, but if you want to be like the top of the leaderboards in Mario games, depending on which one it is, obviously. If you're talking about the side-scroller ones, those ones are very spot. The side-scroller ones like Super Mario, Brothers, the originals, those are very luck-based in a way. So if you've never seen a Super Mario, like, original Super Mario run, a lot of it's actually based on your timing. So if you've ever played the games, which I'm assuming most people have, played at least a original Mario game, that was a death. The game is running as you're playing the levels, the next levels that you play are still playing themselves in like the background, if that makes sense. So, what type of cycle you get, and what type of the cycle that you get in terms of like where the enemies will be placed and when they will pop out and do stuff is going to be determined on how fast or slow you are on your current pace. So it's not like a game where you can see you can see an enemy ahead of you, and it's like, oh wait, no, to avoid this. In Mario, those games, the levels are always moving in some way, and so you kind of someone broke it down, like they broke every level down, and they said if you know, that's why sometimes they'll pause for a half a second or a second, because it's like, oh well, this actually puts me on a better. It puts me on a better RNG pace. So like, oh, so that if I want to jump to this piranha plant, the piranha plant won't get me. Versus if I go a half a second too early or too late, there's a chance that that piranha plant will pop out of that pipe and kill me. So, you know. Shadow, welcome in. Also, congratulations on the engagement. Didn't get a chance to say that. We're trying to speedrun right now, or at least I'm attempting to. It's not going the greatest, but she's been extremely excited with it. I mean, yeah, it's a big moment. I think you're streaming something tonight, not sure yet. What? Yeah. I guess it depends on what everyone else would be streaming. Because I know sometimes you usually play with other people, but if you were thinking of playing something yourself. I know you were playing Dead by Daylight, last time we chatted. I'm seeing that 2v8 mode is pretty popular. I think you play League as well. Play a lot of games. A lot of different multiplayer games. Taking a break, need to get back to it, yeah. I need to pass the cooked potato every single time. Oh, you gotta finish Dead Space. Oh right, you were doing the Dead Space games. You were doing them in a row. I think you were wanting to do them in a row. Well, you could always just go back to that. Like, honestly, like, just if you're feeling like streaming, stream what you want to stream, and people will probably tune in to watch. I can maybe get a run going, I'll be fine, but so far, it's nearly an hour of attempts, nothing right now. I haven't seen a shuriken yet, so no, that's the Devil's Abacus. No shurikens yet, I don't think. No shurikens. Nope. No shurikens. Getting plenty of devil's advocates though. That's don't need those, but need the shurikens, please. Wonder if they'll ever make another Dead Space game. I feel like the remake seemed like it was successful, but I don't know. I know a lot of people like playing the Callisto Protocol, but that was like it was essentially like a copy of Dead Space. Really, that miss? Okay. Oh, whoops. This is why you want to make sure you're in the right spot so you don't get. It wasn't because of EA. They set the bar way too high. They didn't want it to succeed. Oh right, I forget that it's an EA title. And that reminds me of Square Enix as well. They're pretty like. They're like that as well. And it's like, oh, this game was really successful, but it didn't meet our sales expectations, so we're not gonna make it anymore. And it's like, why? Oh, we got it. We have a run going. We have a run going. I'm saving the game. I don't care. I'm saving the game. We have a run going. I'm saving the game now, so if anything goes wrong, I don't have to restart from this point. We have something that we can do. I don't know. EA seems like that they've been like. Not as bad, but EA isn't as bad because so many other companies are worse. Again, I feel like Ubisoft have just gone. I am a huge fan of Ubisoft games, but like they're not doing well. Okay, we have a run going. We can actually do something now. Then Activision Blizzard have also been bad. Well, I should say Micro Blizz now. It's Microsoft. So now they're a part of the problem. Alright, this is where we're gonna fight the ninjas, so. Then I read something about, I think it was Walmart? So you can see here there's an enemy that's a flag. The enemy that has the flag is essentially like the leader. If we kill him, it will kill everybody else. So this should kill the... This will end the fight immediately. Finally get our first split. But yeah, EA have, And there you go. See what I mean, Cloud? I was looking for the shuriken, we get it in the last fight, and then we get 2 shurikens in this one. So, it's just luck. Yeah. So we just had bad luck for the first hour. Yeah, exactly. That's my luck in games. My luck in games is I'm looking for this item, I need one of this item, and then I usually get the item after either grinding, or they go and give me like a bunch of the items, and it's like, why did I have to wait this long? Why did I have to wait for this? Alright, this is pretty standard. 80% round. It's basically RNG, but we have a run. We have a way to start. Well, I don't know, there's so many bad companies that have sprung up. Or they've at least gotten worse. Ubisoft have gotten worse. EA seems like it's getting slightly better compared to Ubisoft, Microsoft, Blizzard, whatever you want to call it, like, there's just so many things. All the layoffs, that's the other thing as well. All these games that are getting made, like these last couple of years, great games, but, you know, just all these layoffs, you know? Nobody wants to lose their job, but, like, it's just, it's so sad, like, that these things happen. It's like what, I think it was Ben Starr that said it, actually, like, whoops. You know, great year for video games, but just bad for the ones that make them. That's why I think it's so important for people to, like, I understand why it's expensive to buy games. But, you know, that's why I always say, like, if you have the opportunity to pay for something that you really like, you know, especially if it's an independent title, pay for it. Like, don't wait for it to go for free. Don't wait for it to, you know, don't wait for it to become, like, free and thing, you know, pay for that so that those developers get the credit that they deserve, you know, because I've seen it so many times that, you know, with other companies, change direction. Right to shadow. It's just one of those things, you know. Like, I can give a really good example. Sleeping Dogs, when I first bought it, like, I was going around and telling everyone how great Sleeping Dogs was. Okay, so now we have the dungeon key. You can start opening up the doors. And, like, a lot of people that bought a lot of people who played the game didn't buy it. They waited for it to become free on PlayStation Plus. Which I understand. If the game is free, it's free, but, like, that game really, really could have used more sales, because they unfortunately aren't going to be making another one. And they're making a movie about Sleeping Dogs, but again, I would have liked another game. South and east down the stairs with the dungeon key. So we're intentionally freeing everyone from the prison just so that we can fight them. But I do get it. Like, games are getting more expensive. It's a lot harder to keep up with purchasing a ton of new games. And then the games also are, a lot of the top games are, you know, they're getting released broken, you know, and I think that's a big issue as well. That's a very big issue that the games are you know, being released in states that they shouldn't be in. And that it's almost accepted now. It's almost accepted that, oh, well, we can just patch the game later, but it's like, you should make the game good the first time so that it's good, and not just release it so it's bad, because that's not... it's just not... You know, you're essentially stealing money from someone. And then they wonder why people don't play their games. Or they trash them online. It should be 17 right now. West. So we want to intentionally fall through the floor here. So this is where I was talking about. This area here, we have to defeat the Lost Souls. There's 5 lost souls here. If I don't defeat them fast enough, I have to redo the this area. So I'm going to save the game. This is the second, like, little area here. So I said before that souls cannot be... souls do not count as kills. So we're going to kill all of these souls at the moment. To get some experience points, and also to get to the next enemy, who does count as a... this enemy does count as a kill. So we need to kill these 5 souls fast enough so that it will trigger the him to come out, and we defeat him, because the only way to defeat him is by killing all the souls. Kill the souls fast enough and kill him, then we will be fine. Otherwise, we have to redo it again. But at the same time, these give us a lot of experience points, and they don't count as kills, so... big bonus for us. I will make a save before I fight him, just in case something goes wrong, but... we should be able to defeat him. He's not a hard fight. It's just a matter of, have I gone up there fast enough to be able to face him? All that I'm happy with is that we at least have a run going. So once I finish this run, that will be the stream. A nice little short stream to be able to upload and be ready for tomorrow. Nothing too stressful outside of, well, I wouldn't say what I was doing was stressful, but just a fun little stream. To do a fun little speedrun. Alright, I'm not going to save before I fight him. We should have killed all the things here. Skip the cutscenes. Say the same stuff. We'll know that we've done it correctly. If when he dies, he should die. If he doesn't die, then we know that we have a problem. Getting the greatest of hits, but might be able to kill him before this? Question mark? I will mark this as a thing, so should be good. That's a lot longer than what I hoped for. This should count. So this enemy counts as a kill, but the souls do not. But we have to kill the souls to kill him. If we go up to where he is and just fight him, we can keep infinitely fighting him if we wanted to. But it doesn't count as a thing, so... there we go. And then now we get the prisoner, so we're done. So if you don't defeat the souls fast enough, they will respawn, and then he'll be like, oh, you can't defeat me, I'm invincible, I can never die. And obviously we don't want that to happen. So now we have a long time before... we now have a long time before we split. I'm not sure why I have you as going one. Going one's technically here. I shouldn't have split yet. Hang on a second. I need to remove that split. There we go. Going one's right here. This should be 18. Right, one space. Butterflies. This is going one, not the previous guy. Oh, he's asleep. That's actually really good. actually interrupted me. Oh, that's fine. As long as we don't die, it's not fine. This is slow, but... way slower. I was gonna say, would you die from the fire damage? But I don't think so. Should be it. Alright, we have a thing going. So nothing to worry about until the next split is actually, I believe, the guy that we... The next split is the is 39. That's the guy that we have to we have to defeat the enemies around them before before they do. Otherwise, we void our 100 kills. So that's the last, like, little problematic part. The next problematic part would be, have I forgotten to kill someone? Which in that case, I'll be running around looking for them. Alright, now we're doing the old, traditional, under the water, fight the, you know, fight the ninja underwater. A lot of these are just pretty much just phantom butterflies the whole way. So this is just making sure we pick off all of the enemies one at a time. There is going to be a giant shadow in the water. We want to avoid this as much as possible. This one right here. We want to avoid that. We don't not want to touch this. It's a boss, and it's not just a boss. It's a giant fish. We do not want to fight the giant fish. That will we are not going to fight the giant fish in this run. Maybe if I come back and do some sort of challenge run, like all bosses or something, I can do a... Or if I do like a trophy playthrough. I have thought about doing a complete playthrough of Live Alive. Like, because I've never actually done it for the channel. I played this game off stream, but I have so many other games to play. Maybe if I ever run out of... If I ever run out of titles to play, I will come back to this and we'll do a full... We'll do a full playthrough of Live Alive in English, and we'll try and do everything. All the secret bosses, all the, like, try and get every character to, like, the best possible, you know, things. We might do that. If I have a lot of games, though, that's the big issue. There's a lot of games. I have too many games. Am I even in the right way? Yeah. Grabbed all those. East around the corner. Climb the tree. Go through the door. Okay, gotta go around this guy again. Don't touch me, Mr. Fish. Oh, do not touch me, Mr. Fish. That's the water area covered. I don't think we have to go back there and do anything. Why am I heading this way? It should be up the stairs. Yeah. Dungeon key for 2 more encounters, and yeah, should be dungeon. Yeah, down here. This is where we gotta go. These 2 guys. The next hurdle will be Hanyamaru. Defeating them, we pretty much we get to an area where he will spawn, we need to go and save our game there, defeat the enemies there as fast as possible, and then defeat him. If he defeats even one enemy, we don't have the 99. We'll have 99 kills, because that's what happened in my original. That's what happened in my practice. So we will have to get there and kill them as fast as possible. Thankfully, we now have our good old Shuriken Barrage, which basically just kills everything very, very fast. West of the doors, up the stairs. West and east, got the Katetsu. Okay. This is where we got the Katetsu, and then we do the equipment. So this is where we get our first. I think this is our first equipment upgrade. I can't remember if it's the last one. We do recommend it because that's just what's the best to use. And then we go and where am I here? Oh. Any human enemies we want to face. All these enemies should be the same. It shouldn't matter. They should all be Phantom. I think. This one is Phantom because there's 2 enemies. In fact, I can probably just kill this now. Yeah, I think the this fight is to thing. The other one's Shuriken Barrage. So nothing to worry about until after we get to thing. So we're at 20. This will be 26. So we're 13 away from the next milestone. But typically, most of these enemies can die from one Shuriken Barrage because we're just so high a level and they're not as high. It's another reason why we skipped stuff from the previous part. West and south of the next room. West end. South into the next room. Up the stairs to the east for an encounter. Yeah, I guess. I believe we leave that chest area alone until later. But again, most of these fights are going to be Shuriken Barrage. It's just the way things go. Shuriken Barrage and yeah. Pretty much, this is just like along the way, just fighting everything. There's 2 enemies on the outside as well. But pretty much, because we have the game set to have battle stuff remembered, we pretty much just have to put ourselves into position, just mash the A button. Because it's always going to remember that we're on Shuriken Barrage. Which is nice. So it's not like Pokemon where we have to select the move each time. Because we have it as, I think it's like cursor memory, I believe is the technical term for it. If you've played any like RPGs. Usually there's a thing called cursor memory or battle memory that will remember your last input in battle. That's basically what we're doing here. We're just going around killing these enemies as fast as possible and just moving into position and mashing the A button. So this should be 29. Oh, 30. Never mind. Let's go down the stairs, so this is actually 30. Okay, so this is also a gimmick as well. We're gonna see an old maid we're gonna see an old maid popping up, the Relentless Maid. Basically, this enemy, we have to kill them so many times before they finally die. And they're gonna pop up in all different areas. So that's what we're trying to do. They're gonna pop up in multiple areas. But once they have died, they shouldn't reappear in the same area, which is a good thing. So this will count as one, the old maid won't count as a kill until after we've already killed all the different variations. That's essentially how it works. So we're gonna be on 31 for our next fight. So you can see there's the old maid right there. They're gonna keep coming after us. We don't want to fight them just yet. We want to just leave it for now. North through the door, west of the first set, all the way north and south. So again, we're going to intentionally avoid the old maid encounter. Go all the way north and west. The first set of double doors. Continue all the way north and west and go all the way south of the double doors. East and avoid the first encounter. So there should be an encounter over here. The right way. Yes, I am. Go ahead east and avoid this encounter here. This is the guy we're supposed to fight. So this should be 31. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna avoid the maids until later because, yeah, it's just, it's a little bit complicated if we start fighting them now. I believe we start fighting them on the way back. Been wanting to review another run. I mean, I'm trying to get it going. It's a little bit hard. Again, the password's always potato. Thank you for the good luck, though. This is only my, well, we had like 4 or 5 failed attempts because I just wasn't getting, not getting the Fuma Shuriken in the right spot is annoying. I'm not sure if I'll upload it or not, I probably will. May as well. I'm just hoping that Twitch has sorted out their highlights issue now. Apparently they extended the day, but we're at 32. Okay, avoid the first encounter. Please let this be the right one. This is it's an interesting area. I do like the, there's only like a couple of points where it's gonna be hard. We're already past the first annoying part, getting the Fuma Shuriken. Now I've got to get to the next annoying part, which is the defeat 5 enemies before I lose the 100 kills. So this isn't gonna be the fastest attempt, but I mean I'm gonna try. This is for an encounter. Do I want to fight you? I can't remember if it was you. I want to fight you yet. With the first encounter, we did that. West and east up the stairs to the double doors, continue west. I think we... It's you. We fight first. Yeah, we fight the Ronin first. Because then we get the... I think this is it. Because there should be a hook and rope in this, yeah, this is right. Because let me grab the hook and rope from this guy. Alright, we're at 34. Yep, There's the hook and rope. South and west through the doors. Avoid the encounters. Don't want to fight you. Yep, this is the area right here. So I'm gonna make a save again. I know it's slow, but if I don't make a save here, there's a chance that we'll just. So we're gonna kill the 4 enemies that are around this this guy here fast enough. Otherwise, he will kill one of them, and then the run is the run isn't gonna die. I'll just reload the save, but it'll be slow. It'll be slow. So we don't want to have this happen. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, I talked to him. Never mind. That's what happened. I talked to him. Do not talk to the samurai. Do not talk to him. If you talk to him by mistake, he'll kill one of them. I mashed A. Should have just gone down. Okay, so we're gonna kill the 4 guys in purple before he kills one of them. If he kills any of them, we have to redo it again. Or reload the save again. Outside of me having to wait an hour for a new run to start this, it's going pretty well. Almost at the halfway point. And then I gotta worry about, can I remember where all the maids are? Or are my notes correct so I can remember where all the maids are? That's gonna be the annoying part. But I hope you're doing well, Super Famicom. It's always nice to see you. I also will do a pacifist run, probably 2 weeks from now. There'll be a little bit more trying in that. Oh, that was supposed to be... I'll be able to do a lot more attempts of the pacifist run. I'm still trying to think if there's anything else I want to do for this game. I thought about doing, I don't know what you would call the, what's the, what's the all bosses? You're learning A Link to the Past? I mean, I'm learning... Super Mario RPG at the moment. The remake of Super Mario RPG I'm doing. After I just learned Pokemon Let's Go, so I'm gonna give Pokemon Let's Go a try as well. But Super Mario RPG remake is coming. I will try and learn the Pixel remasters. I only have the 1 version, so I'll be doing the remake of thing. I will be trying Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest 11 is also something that I want to do. I would love to do Time Learn %, but that's not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. Why have I not scrolled up my notes? Time Learn % is just not something that I can do. I don't have 12 hours. I love that game. I played 200 hours of it. Your family mother... Yeah, exactly. How long is A Link to the Past? Like, what's your length category? Like, what would you say is, like, are you looking for just sub-hour? Sub-hour runs? Alright, that should be a split. Under 2 for 80%, no major glitches. Ah, I see. So you're looking for shorter runs. I mean, Mario RPG is... 2.5? But it could be shorter if they were able to remove the cutscenes. I think it's like 223 or something like that for a remake of RPG. For you, it's probably 3. Yeah. Oh, I'll go the other way. Oh, that sucks. Doing maintenance on older retro consoles, trying to do runs on them. Yeah, that's a good idea. Again, the oldest console that I have is... I mean, I still have portables. I'm trying to think what my oldest console is. I still have my Game Boy. It's pretty slow. Not too bad. Yeah. Okay, that's 40. It's 40 done. South and east. Yeah, the ads. Yes. Oh, your PS2 laser burnt out. This is where we got the Charm and the scrolls. Okay, this is where we start fighting the maids. So this is the first maid encounter, well, outside of the original one. So this is where I've got to start remembering if I've gone and fought all the maids. And following this very, very specifically. The first couple of fights are a little bit rough, but once we start getting a little bit of level ups, they get a little bit easier. And also, if we get the defense down, go back. Okay. Your PS2 laser burnt out and took the ribbon cable with it. I have gone through 3 PS3s. Sorry, PS2s. I've still got my PS2. First one died because of... sorry, no. First one, I had an original PS2 when it first came out, the fat version. Sold that to get the Slim. And then the Slim died because I had it plugged into the wall, and I had the red light constantly on, and that eventually ended up, I believe it either burnt out, or maybe a power outage happened, and it caused it to fry, so I had to get a new one from that. I had to get a new one from that. And I've still got my PS2. I don't know if it probably still works. I haven't turned it on in a long time, but I've still got it. Same thing with my GameCube. I've still got still got the GameCube. Still got the Wii. Still got DS, 2 DSs, Game Boy Advance. You're getting so tired of all the disc consoles. The lasers seem to be exploding the last year. I mean, yeah, yeah. I still like my physical media. Like, I will still, I still like my physical medium. There you go. I like the idea of owning something. And would hate for that time period to go. but it's slowly going that way, and it's like, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that that's just the way things go. Like, the digital market is just so strong, but at the same time, like, I want to own my game, so I'm going to be able to say, I bought this game with my own money, I can put this game into the console and play it, and I can do that at any point in time, and I don't have to worry about somebody telling me, oh, well, you've run out of your, you have to, you don't own this game, you're just merely renting it, or we can just delete the game out. Like, I was, what was it? It was, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. There were people that were telling me that they had digital copies of that game. They had digital copies of that game, and they had digital copies of the game, and they just got that they were deleted physically off of their console, and that is not right. To me, that is not right to me. Because I bought that game. No, that was, no, Marvel vs. Capcom was, Capcom. I believe licensing ran out, I think, for the game. You know how sometimes there's games that have that, you know? So, what is it? Little Big Planet, right? Little Big Planet 1 and 2 had DLCs for Pirates of the Caribbean and Metal Gear Solid. Those got delisted from the store because the licensing agreement ran out for those titles, and then therefore they can't sell them anymore because they had to re-sign the sales agreement. They're not going to do that. Another good example is GTA 4. When GTA 4 came out in 2008, obviously it has music. It's got music in it that, obviously, you know, you can't own the rights to Sweet Child of Mine, for example. So, I think they signed like a 10-year licensing agreement, and then after that, they actually patched the game. They patched GTA 4 so that the songs that were in the game were no longer there because the licensing agreement ran out. So I think it was a similar thing with Marvel vs. Capcom. Something happened there. And, but that's even worse. Like, patching it out is fine because it's like, it's not really something that's like thing, but straight out deleting a copy of a game that someone purchased, that's really, really, really bad. Like, I can understand licensing agreements ending, but I don't understand someone purchasing a game and then having it deleted out. I think there was a similar problem with the Telltale games. When Telltale games went out of business, the games were... the episodes that you had to download were removed from the store, but they were still selling physical copies of the game that no one... that they weren't warning people that the... so how do I put it this way? The physical versions of the Telltale games usually came with the first couple of episodes. There was two versions. One came with the full 5 episodes, and then the other one came with either the first or like 3. It's fine. I don't care. I like talking. I'm not gonna be the fastest. You're trying to find a PS5 copy of Cloud Obscure, you won't buy it on PC unless you plan to run it. I need to... when I get a PS5, I will be getting it. That's a, for sure. Fujin... That game is fantastic. It doesn't exist, really. Are you saying it's really hard to find a physical copy of the game? I didn't actually realize. Yeah, don't buy scalpers copies. Avoid that. Oh, in the US right now. I haven't checked because again I don't have a PS5. I'm assuming that it will get. I wouldn't worry about it too much. The game is in contention, I think, to win Game of the Year this year. We should be at 46 or 47 at this point. 47. Yep. Okay, we're on track right now. So this should be like Yodogimi. We're on track. So again, with Game of the Year stuff, I think you don't have to worry too much about it. I think that will release more copies of the game. I mean, the game is getting a film adaptation. They announced that like 2 weeks after the game came out. So I think that there'll be more copies. It will get a Game of the Year version, I think, if they can make it. So unless you absolutely need to buy it right now, I think waiting would still make sense. That might be better just to wait. Oh, she healed. I forgot about that. Never mind, this will kill anyway. Alright, this should be 48. I know that I have it at 47, but that's because I made a mistake on my thing. Alright, then we got a couple more main encounters, and then the trio fight, which I usually hate on any percent, but on this one it's going to be easier. You're in no rush, just can't support some streamers that are playing it because of spoilers, yeah. I mean, I understand it some ways, but I also like, the spoilers aren't going to affect me. I already know what happens. I'm not worried about it. I spoil myself all the time. I'm not going to spoil anything for anyone else, but spoilers, I don't really... I can't wait for stuff, and... as it is, it's the same thing with Split Fiction as well, you know? Split Fiction's gonna get a, Split Fiction's getting a movie adaptation, and it's gonna probably be in contention for Game of the Year. Both that and thing will be in contention for sure. But from what I've seen, it definitely looks like my kind of game. It's rare that good games come out these days, so you try to enjoy them. I mean, I'm not sure if it's rare. I think I would say it's more rare for games to come out nowadays that don't have a lot of problems. Like, I think there's plenty of good games, but it's just a matter of who makes them. Yeah, I'm going slow. Like, who makes them and stuff. Like, Clair Obscure, made by a team of less than 100 people, made from a team of ex-Ubisoft employees that left the company because they were disgruntled and bored, made their new company, found all these junior developers on Reddit who had never made games before, found the person who did the music via SoundCloud. South of the right door. Turn to the revolving door. This is where we do the, I don't know what this fight is.
Who's that Pokemon?
Oh, that's right. Now we're doing the Genocide fight. Now we're doing this. You love their studio story. I mean, it's an inspiring one, you know. Like, just disgruntled Ubisoft employees decided I'm bored making games from Ubisoft now. I'm going to make my own studio, and we're going to hire a bunch of junior developers, teach them how to make games, get people from SoundCloud to do the music, get people who wrote the story from other places. Like, it's a very, very, like, yeah, exactly. Like, Ubisoft is in trouble right now. Ubisoft is super, super in trouble. Well, the thing is that they weren't really going off the rails. Like, then they're doing stuff that's just super innovative. Like that battle, like, I've always heard it from tons of people, like, they don't like turn-based games, they don't like turn-based games. Clan Obscura is a turn-based game. But it also offers that action aspect of, like, do you like Souls-like games that have a parry system, counters, and things like that? Like, this is I feel like it's a turn-based game that a lot more people can appreciate. Yeah, but I also look at, like, AAA corporations. It's like, it's not the people that make the games that make them bad, it's the corporation themselves. And it's like, a lot of them will just make stuff that's popular for the sake of appealing to casual audiences, and it's like, the casual audiences aren't going to stick around. The casual audiences aren't going to think they're going to move on to the next game after they've beaten your game, or left it, you know? And if you're looking at the casual audience, do you really want the casual audience to reflect your thing? Like, do you really want the people that play Fortnite to reflect the way that games are made? No, absolutely not. I don't care for Fortnite whatsoever. I know a lot of people like Fortnite, there's a lot of people that I watch that play Fortnite, I get why it's popular, but I don't want games going the way of Fortnite. I do not want that happening. I will, if the games go the way of Fortnite, I will be happy to play on my backlog for the rest of my time. West of the door, south upstairs. This is where the triple encounter is, where I will probably make a save, because, well, this fight's bad. Also, we're halfway through. We're halfway through. And I think being safe, like, there's no problem with being safe, but, I think, like, again, quite obscure, it's a turn-based RPG, not necessarily the focus group option. Yeah. Not the safest option, but like, because again, a lot of people don't like turn-based. But I think this game offers something different. A lot of studios are shifting to remakes and continuing existing IPs. Yeah, but you can only do that so much. Yeah, this fight is nowhere near as scary as it used to be, because it's, well, just because we've got so many levels. I'm completely fine with remakes and continuing IPs if the games are still good, but if the games aren't good, like Assassin's Creed Shadows, I'm looking at you. God, stop moving! You know what? I'm done with this game. Stop. I'm just done with you. And like, I'm also annoyed by like this monopolization as well. Hey, we're like halfway through. think the market debunked nobody liking turn-based when Persona 5 came out. I mean, people still didn't like people still didn't like turn-based after Persona 5 came out, and people had problems with Persona 5 as well. But you're also talking to someone who whose personal favorite game of all time is Persona 5 Royal. But I have okay, I'm gonna say this. Metal Gear Solid 4 is probably my favorite game of all time. But the reason why I said that, the reason why I say Persona 5 Royal is better is because I have a emotional connection to the characters because it reminds me of, it reminds me of, people that well, not people that I personally know, but it had a different feel to me, I guess. So I would still say that in terms of the game overall, Metal Gear Solid 4 is probably still my favorite game of all time, but because Persona 5 Royal had an emotional attachment to me, that's why I considered it like, it should be in a way better position than this. But I do get where you're coming from. You know what? I think they're in range now. They're all in range. There you go. Because I still don't know if I would say Persona 5 like works the same way. Yeah, I'm off by like a couple of numbers. It's fine that I'm off. It's okay. Just as long as the general number is around around the number. If I've got more than that, then that's actually a good sign. Alright, Shuriken Barrage. Stock standard fight is the previous one. There we go. Alright, now we just get this maid sash and then we have a long way before we do the next split. Which I believe is at the storehouse. Yep, we have a long split after that. Why am I mashing through the text? I can actually not mash through. Okay, east, south, west, stairs. Okay, this is where we say I think not, and then we go and do the maid here. I think we're okay. Yeah, this is where there's like a really long pause in between. Pretty much it's just going to be like from here to the ninja storehouse, where it's just us going through and before we... Obviously that's where we fight the final boss, so we're not going to avoid that and sort of thing, so... I don't know if the double doors, west and south. This is where we've got to get the rest of the maids defeated. And clean up all the rest of these areas. Most of these fights are really easy, it's just wind slash and then lead them to the right and then finish them off. Obviously you want them to go down so that you'll get hit by south the right door, climb the ladder. Yep. Fall down. Yep. Western, go west and fall down. Okay, I know what we're doing. Push the door up the stairs, west and south. This is the part where we potentially have the numbers wrong, but we should see. We shall see. Because the maid doesn't count as a kill until after we've killed all the maids, that's the wacky one. Why am I pausing? East to the revolving wall. Is there an egg scroll this way? Wait, what? Go west and fall down. Go west and south of the doors for an encounter. Go east of the revolving wall. Oh, right, no, that is this one. Go here. This is the revolving wall. We want to grab this scroll. Grab this scroll and then leave and return to the chest and then basically wait for her to come out. That's what we're doing. We're doing this later. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We wait for her to come out of the chest so that we can kill her. So nothing to split on until like the ninja storehouse, which is around 80 something. So I think there's 2 times we go there, but I can't remember. This is where we go to the outside area where the storehouse is originally. I don't believe we ever go back to the storehouse, so I don't think we have any need to. So I did say we were going to come back this way. Correct? Yeah.
Who's that Pokemon?
Open the castle gates. And then Obviously, this is where we fight the enemies at here. This is like a big, long thing of text where just a lot of it is just me fighting. I'm trying to remember where all these enemies are. This is where we start killing the enemies that were outside. Obviously, the least we kill, the better. I think these are all Shuriken Barrage enemies. Yeah, for sure. West side of the bridge, south into the building. So this is, I think, one of the storehouse areas. But this isn't the one that we're splitting on. I gotta remember where to go. South and east. And then I think we just fight everything that's in. This is where I think we just go. This is where we just go and start fighting everything that we can see. Every enemy that we find, we just fight them. If we find them. So it's this area I did get lost in my practice, but it's gonna take a while before I figure out where everything is in these. But for the most part, these fights are very, very fast and very, very easy. The only thing I'm worried about at the moment is all the maids. Do we have all the maid enemies, and do we have west and south through the doors? Should be a this is where there should be. Yeah, there should be 2 encounters in here. Yep, this is the right one. Another film Shuriken. Alright, we're starting to get up there now. I think we're on a little bit of a clear direction. So I've got everything in here. Go west, and then yeah, there should be 2 more enemies after this guy. Of course, we always say potato. That's the password. Every password is potato. You've heard it from me. If your password is not potato, change it to potato immediately. And that's our 69th kill as well. There you go. So these are the 2 that... This was the guy that we saw through the peephole that was spinning. Is that the first time I've seen a stat not go up? That's weird. I didn't get that. I didn't get that. I didn't get that dialogue option. Unless I mashed through it. All the way south and east of the doors, and then all the way north. Wait a second. Go all the way south and east through the doors for an encounter. It's this one here, so we're on the right track. Yeah, right track here. And then we go north to an encounter here. So there should be, this is where there should be like a bunch of rooms that all have enemies in them. Like, all these enemies in here are pretty much, everyone in here is basically gonna be killed. So I shouldn't be hesitating about these things. I should just be going straight for the, I believe this area has... we end up killing all these enemies. Wait, not yet. We didn't kill these ones yet. It's fine. I'm not supposed to kill these ones yet, I don't think. Did I make a mistake? I don't think so. What is that? Then go all the way south and west for an encounter. I think I'm supposed to still kill these ones, right? I don't think it matters which order we fight them. Or does it? Because do I fight these later? Do I fight them? I do fight them later, but I'm not sure why. If I made a mistake, I don't think so. Go all the way north, then Shuriken, then go all the way south and west. Okay, so I think I'm supposed to kill these enemies later. So I probably may. Hopefully, it doesn't void the. I think I'm supposed to kill the enemies in here first. Out here first. I don't think it matters as long as I come back and fight them eventually, but I think they mean these enemies that we're gonna face. These enemies here. It shouldn't matter. But just in case. So we're going to the storehouse now. Yeah, that's probably what it, yeah. Okay. Never mind, I made that mistake. This is where we're supposed to go first. Do this first, and then we deal with the other ones. Because there should be like 3 fights in here. We didn't grab what's in the. I don't think we grab what's in the thing, do we? We just fight these enemies. We just fight them. Alright, I think we're on the right track. This should be the ninja storehouse, I think, or one of them. I think it is anyway. Let's see how many enemies there are that appear. Yeah, this would be the ninja storehouse, because there's 2 of these fights. I'll just put this as the ninja storehouse thing, because I know that I'm 2 behind. I'm like 2 behind, 2 ahead, I should say. So we have to fight the, so many Fuma Shurikens. I mean, I could probably use those on the boss, really. Yeah, okay. This is the storehouse. So we split after this, but on the right track because I killed 2 extra enemies that I shouldn't have killed. But at the end of the day, I don't think it matters. And then Kiyoshiro is the last person that we face. He should be the last, one of the last characters. So this is where we split. This is the storehouse. Alright. So we're on track. Now this is where we finish off the rest of the enemies outside. North and east over the bridges. I believe it was this way, wasn't it? No. I think we're almost there, because this is where I start fighting the enemies that were over here at the end of the beat. And then after we've beaten this enemy on the bridge, this is when we go inside. We're almost there, everyone. I don't think I'll run this again. This is a very, it's a challenge speedrun, but it's a very interesting one. It's probably a little bit too much for me to remember. It's not as simple as it's not as simple as something like 80%, where the route is pretty much ingrained in my memory. I know which way to go. This is a little bit harder because you've got to go around and fight well, not everything. There's still a lot of enemies you don't fight in this. You only fight the human enemies. So once we clear out this area, I think that's when we start going back to... That's when we start going back to, Start going back to, the other area where the thing is. Yeah, almost there. And I got a decent stream out of this as well. I was not expecting to get as much, time out of this one. Next time we do a speedrun of this, though, it will be a lot shorter. We'll get a lot more runs in. This is where we go. There should be another encounter in here. Yep. Right, we're getting there. Getting there. Almost. Just gotta remember the way. I know that there's at least 4 enemies that I haven't killed.
Who's that Pokemon?
check another room just in case I have missed something. I don't think that I have, but it's important to check. I don't think there was anything this way. No, this is like the starting area, so we're done here. So now we should be able to get back. If it didn't require this setup, I'd probably do more of these, but like the fact that we spent like the first hour of the stream just waiting to get the right item, that's kind of like why. I mean, I guess that's also the same thing, and you could say that for the near future as well. With you could say in the near future you gotta wait for the right opening, because that I got to a point with that chapter where it's like I did everything basically perfect in one run, and it's just like I'm at a point now where it's like you have to pretty much reset every time you don't get a napalm. It's just too slow the other way. Way too slow. This is where we deal with all these enemies. Yep. Okay, we are very, very close. I think I can see the finish line. I think it's just now just killing off the maids. Getting so many shurikens. I wish I got that at the start, so I didn't waste an hour of time, but hey, I mean, I guess that means that we at least can finish the stream. Versus, and now our running isn't too bad, considering how much time I spent on Octopath. Like, we basically spent the same amount of time trying to get the right RNG for the key, just to have those play out. Some of them were much faster than others. We're good. This way. North and east across the bridge. North and east. I believe this should lead into another. Pausing. I'm not sure how many more of these enemies are left, but there can't be too many. Finish the doors, especially the second set, and then there's more maids. I think I know where we're going. Kyoshiro is the last, Kyoshiro is the last, enemy that's... I believe it's through here. Yeah. Kyoshiro is the last enemy that we, phase. And we actually use, like Boromaru's, secret technique, or whatever you want to call it. We use his technique to win. Well, I think it's his, like, level 12. I think every, character, is it every? No, it's not no, that's level 16, not, I was thinking of, it's level 16 that they all get their ultimate techniques. From what I remember. Although, granted, you don't even use those when you fight Odio, so it's... Again, I really like that fight. We got through, I think we got through without, missing anything. Because we've got the guy to the left here, then there should be a couple of other people in there. Of course, the password's always potato. From what I remember, there's no, I think there's items in here. Yeah. So this is where another maid should be. And we go southeast to the door where I think everything else is, and then we're good. Side of, oops, that's supposed to be a, that was supposed to be wind slash. There. Almost there. Finally back to catch the end? Yeah, almost there. A couple more kills. Welcome back. 2 more kills to go. Technically 3 more kills to go. Is it this way? No, I can't remember if it's south or down. It's always south. Just gotta remember if there's anybody else that's, that I'm missing. Oh, really? That still hits. Okay, never mind. That's 1. Still got the other enemy that I gotta wait for as well. You done? I think, is there another enemy in here? Yes, there is. Revolving door. This is where we had to do the other waiting one as well. This is where we do the wait. We gotta wait on in between the lamp. I think we're all good. Just gotta remember how many more of these there are. which way am I going? That's right, it's down the stairs. Down the stairs, we have to wait for this guy to appear. Like, just wait here for... Now we just wait for a minute. Or I think we just wait here for a minute for a guy to pop up so we can fight him. I'm on the last page of my 9 pages of notes. Just to try and remember the actual route. Actually, I'm supposed to be waiting in between the lamp and the thing, aren't I? I'm supposed to be waiting here. I don't know how people found out how to beat this, to beat these areas. Like, how would someone know that there was, like, I'm sure they probably had clues in the game to tell you, but it feels like one of those things where it's just like, how would someone be able to figure this out in 1994? So many RPGs do this. It's more obvious in the Super Famicom version, or maybe. I mean, it kind of also reminds me of like what the Wild West final fight looks like when you see like when you don't get the you know, the thing, you know, when you save them all and it's like sorry, when you don't do the stuff and it's just, the screen is just full of enemies. It's like that is bad. It's not, doesn't look very fun at all, that fight. But yeah, it would make sense if there were clues. West, south, east, there should be an encounter. Okay, I'm going for you. Not too far left. I'm sure there was probably clues. A lot of games from the 90s had clues in the on the, you know, I remember the days of the, you know, like the, you know, the manuals and stuff like that. There would be clues for games for those. Like, oftentimes there were points of no return where you could actually just not complete the game if you made a mistake. I think I remember, the most infamous one was, one of the Monkey Island games. If you didn't, negotiate a discount on the ship, to purchase it, you wouldn't be able to progress past a certain point later on because you didn't have enough money. So you had to actually ask for a discount. And then here is Kyoshiro, I believe. I think this is Kyoshiro. We keep interrupting him. I think this should be the last one. Where we actually use this instead. Should be 99, or close to it.
Who's that?
Assuming that I've killed all the correct people. There we go. Alright, well, we've got the thing now. Now I gotta remember which way to go. North. East. This way? I can't remember. Yep, it's this one. So this should be the last one, I think? I can't remember. I don't remember what the numbers are. I know that you have to kill this so many times, but that was Kyoshiro. Yeah, demons don't count. Pretty much anything that's not human doesn't count. Like those fire and water spirit things in the, you still have to fight them, though. I think you still have to fight them for something. Or at least that's what the run did when I was... thing. There you go. There you go. There's your confirmation right there. So you gotta kill all the maids to get to 100. Wait, I'm not heading the right way. Yeah, you're back now. Yeah, as you saw, I don't know if you saw, but killing the maids gives you the 100th kill. So you've got to kill all the maids. It counts as the 100, we just got to. So now we pretty much just go all the way to... make our way to... Odie. So the maid, you got to kill all of the maids and they give you the 100th kill. Because, Yodagimi doesn't count. I don't think the final boss counts either. Like, this boss here doesn't count either. The guide with the spirits doesn't count. I know that for sure. I can't remember which one. I haven't counted. I think Yodagimi does count because I have it as a counter, so... But the maids do, because otherwise I don't see why we would keep fighting them, because you would just skip them. There'd be no need to fight them if, because, I mean, they give you good experience points, but you don't need them. If they weren't counted, then we would skip them, I think. And I think Yodagimi still count. I mean, we still go to fight her. We still fight Yodagimi as part of the run. That's. I will watch the end because I didn't get in my practice. I did not get. Actually, I can't because it's just. You know, I can't remember when we split. When do I split for the last part? Is it on the skipping of the credits? I can't remember. I can't remember where I split on the final one. I know I split when I beat this, but... the end of the thing, when does that count? needed to try and break him, but I couldn't. But yeah, we fight Yodogimi. Ends when the save dialog box appears at the top. It's fine, I can't see an actor. Well, I've seen on the screen that it said 100 kills, so I know for sure I have the 100 kills. I can shut up on the thing. I was actually expecting it to be longer than 2 hours, but no, it's definitely not. Obviously, I spent a lot of time looking around. Alright, last split on save dialog box at the final cutscene. So it's like here. Something like that. Not too bad. Obviously, could be a lot better, but that's without me having explored around and figuring out what the hell to do. And after spending like an hour, looking for, hoping to get the right item to start the run, but hey, we did it. And the good thing is the Pacifist run's way shorter. It's like probably like 20 minutes, 30 minutes at the most, if that. GG's. That's 100 kills. That's Genocide, 100 kills. Twilight of Japan. Good run. Very, very, very fun run. If I could remember where to go and what to do, I'd probably be a bit better, but not too bad for a first attempt. Not sure if I'll come back and do more of these. I feel like because of the grinding at the start and having to wait to get certain items is a little bit not what I want to do, but hey, we got a run going. You haven't done any of the Genocide stuff yet? Yeah, yeah, it was fun. It was fun. The Pacifist rat's not too long actually. It's a pretty good thing, but nice. That was a really good run. Obviously, it's nowhere close to record, but I'm not aiming for record. I want to do it as a 200 follower incentive for reaching 200 followers on the channel, and I'm behind on my speedruns, so yeah, that's what we're doing it for. Obviously, the first hour again, I had to repeat it like 4 times before I finally got the Fuma for the Go Ninja fight. Most of the stuff is just remembering where to go. It's a lot to remember. It's a lot to remember which way to go and getting lost, but close to the end, it's welcome back. Close to the end, it's starting to get a little bit thing, but you know, I really liked it. It's a lot more gentler than the any percent because the any percent has just a few fights that I don't like. The 3 basket head fight. I hate that fight. I don't like that fight. That's my least favorite fight in this chapter. I do not like that fight. Just if you get a really bad positioning. If you get a really bad positioning, you just lose. And you're constantly trying to move around, and yeah, if you get poisoned or you get an unlucky like sleep or something else that happens to you, it's not good. However, in this we just kill them, and that's what I like about this. In this one, you just kill them really easily. In Pacifist, you don't even kill them yourself. You don't even kill them yourself. Pacifist Red, you don't even kill them yourself. You just kill them with a wooden puppet. You skip that fight completely. That's what makes Pacifist the best run of the Edo Japan category. You don't even bother about that fight. It doesn't exist. It does not exist. Obviously outside of that, like again, Go Ninja Fight was fine. We beat the souls. We beat the Souls all in a row first try, and beat him first try. Hanyamaru, I made a mistake initially. I clicked on him and he killed one of the enemies, so I had to reload that. But outside of that, we did that in one swoop, I guess, by thing. The Yorigi main samurai fight was fine. This fight was fine. The monk fight was fine. Not a fun fight, but at least when you're leveled up, you have way better chances of surviving versus not surviving. This fight is not a good fight. This fight is not a good fight. And this is like a lot more. This is more of a casual category, really, because of grinding and stuff. Sashi was fine. Maid Sash was fine, and then we had the whole outside of me killing the maids early, that was also fine, but I don't think it really matters. I'm not sure why. I don't think anything triggers to where if I kill all the maids early that they won't that it won't spawn something. So it's like I feel like if it's in the path, you should just go for it, you know. And then the storehouse fight with the ninjas, that was fine. The last couple of fights near the end, those were all good as well. It's just a matter of positioning and being faster. I don't know if I'll come back and do more of these. I might consider doing more. It's not too bad of a category. I do like that it's not as difficult in the sense of you don't have to be low level. You actually be we're level 12 by the end of the game, I think. Level 12? I think we're level 12 by the end of the game. About level 12, level 13, which isn't even the highest level. That's also what's amazing, is that, like, I don't know if there's a level cap in the game. I don't think there is. But I've never seen anything higher than, like, 16. I think I got to level 16 for when I was doing prehistory stuff with the cola bottle. Which that was a grind in itself. If that was not such a grind, I would, I have considered doing other categories, though. I would like to... If all bosses became a thing, that would be probably something that would be pretty cool, fun to do, but that's also very long. I did think about doing some sort of, like, platinum thing, but that would also be quite long. So I think you have to beat all the secret bosses, and you have to do, even Octopath Platinum is long. Octopath 1, I think, is a long... Yep, I think Octopath 1 Platinum you have to actually do, like, multiple playthroughs of. Octopath 2's Platinum isn't too bad. It's like a 4-hour run or something like that, or 3.5 or something. But Octopath 1 is, yeah, I think there's even a speedrun trophy for Octopath 1. And then main fights were fine. I think, I just really liked the fight. This run was very fun. Very, very fun run to when you're not trying to be super, super fast with, because the normal Twilight of Edo Japan route is, it's mostly just remembering where to go and then hoping that you get good boss fights. And typically the monk boss fight is like it's the one where it's like, okay, if you don't get the good RNG, you could be there for several attempts. And then a couple of other things can go wrong, but for the most part, it's... But I don't know, I liked it. We'll see how Pacifist goes. I'll do that in, like, what, 2 weeks, probably? That's a much shorter run. It should be way shorter than 2 hours, and also I should be able to do multiple attempts in the actual stream, because I don't have to reset anything, as far as I know. There's nothing that I have to reset for. All the stuff we get is thing. We're skipping most of the fights, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. I might come back to this at some point. Don't know if I'll do another run, but we'll see, we'll see. There's probably also some new strats that have come out as well. Although there was that new runner that has started. There are a couple of people that have newly run the games, but apparently some of the stuff is Switch only, which is actually kind of interesting. I guess it's too fast on PC. Maybe on PC they... On PC you probably have more frames. I know that they found new stuff for the Tigers. That you can do it on the Switch, but you can't do it on the... I think there was a thing on the China chapter. On the Switch, I believe you can wait for the Tigers to manipulate their movements, but I think on PC you can't because it might move too far. I think the frames go too fast. Because I think that might be what it is. It's too fast. It's technically like too fast on the PC to be able to manipulate the Tigers to go that way. So it's a little bit slower, but I mean, everything else is faster on PC by a significant amount. But it is nice that there's like some Switch exclusive stuff. Yeah. Yeah, there is some new stuff that I haven't looked into when it comes to the newer runners that have been adding stuff on, obviously. So I've kind of been doing like jumping in between different speedruns and stuff because I want to have more variety for things, because I do a lot of RPG runs. I'm not going to be the greatest at them, but still good. I think today's run was good. I'm not sure if there's anything else that I've picked up on that's new. We'll see how Pacifist goes. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I'm playing on the physical version of the Switch, so I'm already the slowest. It's like the slowest possible way to play the game, outside of probably the Famicom version. But that's also I think that's also a completely different run, from what I can understand. It's a completely different way of playing. You can't just use the same strategies that you do in the Switch version on the Famicom version. But yeah, I think that will be... Considering this nearly took 2 hours, and I don't have a lot of time left, I think we end things for today. Obviously, the rest of this week, Tuesday through Friday, you're planning to do series versions on the PC and Famicom versions later this year. If things clear up, will be fun. I think that will be good to see. Like, again, I would probably take these a lot more seriously if I was playing on the most optimized versions of the game, but I don't want to buy more versions of the game. I feel like I already own the one version, so I'm happy with the version that I have. So I'll just do this for fun, like, until I actually find something that I can actually be consistently, like, good at. I would probably never, like, take it as seriously. I'm happy with my one world record that I got. Even though I know that it's easily beatable. That record is easily beatable. Especially with the version of the game that I have. You save plenty of time. So that's easily beatable, but I'm at least happy that I have something to show for my efforts. It still counts, yeah, exactly. Obviously, Tuesday through Friday, I'm going to try and do more Mario Brothership. I still don't know if we're going to finish that game this week. Obviously, Saturday, co-op with Allison will change from Sackboy to Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Sunday will be my day off, as always, while I'm doing these Switch games. And then we'll do Rivals next week. Ultron's available. We'll come back and do Pacifist probably in like 2 weeks' time. Still working on other runs. I do like running this game. It's nice and short. The chapters are very nice and short. Even the long chapters aren't like a super grindy mess. Some of them have annoying parts to them, but it's fun, you know. And then this game also has a lot of I was considering whether I should just do a full playthrough of this game. I haven't actually done a full playthrough of this game on the channel. All of the speedrun games, actually. Well, not all of them. Triangle Strategy and this game I haven't done any actual full runs on. Full playthroughs of. I have considered it, but I think I have too many games right now to go back. If I ever did a live playthrough, like a full playthrough again, I think I would... there was a guide that I saw that goes through like 100% of the game. I have thought about at some point maybe doing that. Do a 100% playthrough, try and get everything. Well, not everything in like every item, everything. I try and complete the content that would be available. That would be kind of fun. Because I haven't seen a lot of the secret bosses. I haven't seen a lot of the. I'm not gonna be able to rat 100%. No way. I don't know how long that would actually take. I assume that you would have a similar build that would set you up for Odio, but again, as I've already seen with prehistory, the ball, it's like, I think for the most part you're gonna have to grind for levels. And you have to grind for the levels while you're there. Like, that already takes long enough. We already kind of discussed that as well. Like, could you imagine if the prehistory chapter to get the cola bottle counted as part of the... Like, you would have to do that first, and you would have to get... It's a 1 in 3 chance to get the cola bottle, and then it's like, you've still got to grind to get to that point in the first place. It would just... It's fast. The cola bottle is fast. It kills everything quick, but... It's not. I don't think it would ever be viable for an actual any percent to be able to get there in time when you can already get there faster and still just beat Odio a little bit more consistently. Yeah, it's just not viable. Like, I even did it just to have cola bottle obtained. It's like it took me a good 2 to 3 hours just to get to that point. Casually grinding, let alone optimal grinding. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. That's pretty much the plans. But this is a fun game. It's like everything's short. The 80% is quite fun as well. More people should definitely play this game. It's a fantastic game. But yeah, I rambled on long enough. With all that being said, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Every like, comment, and subscription review on this video gets me closer to monetization. Helps with my content reveal, helps my content become more accessible and is defined. I upload all my past Plat recs as well as Let's Plays and Let's Plays to the YouTube channel. So find a link down below to the games just we have played the games thus far. All the progress plays, all the upcoming games, DLC, Switch games, games for the channel point redemption as well. Booking more Plat Play Pass segments for games. We have the Platinum Trophy, as well as switching things, uploading for games on Switch. As well as more Triangle Story Speedruns, Ultra Trial, Gadara Speedruns, and Pokemon Violet, and also showing those. 2 weeks' time, we'll do the Pacifist route for Live Alive, Edo, Japan. If I can think of any other challenge runs that exist, outside of maybe... I don't know what they call the Orsted boss fight stuff, where you play as Odio. That would be kind of fun to do. I'm surprised that's not something, because I feel like that would be really short. Yeah, the boss rush mode. I think the boss rush would be kind of interesting to try. There's other things as well. Obviously, I'm working on, I've already done the notes for Let's Go Eevee, so that's gonna come at some point, hopefully next month. Yeah, there's no category for it at the moment, but, I mean, if people were interested in doing a boss rush thing, that would probably be very quick, because it's not necessarily something that I haven't played it enough to know if it was to know what the consistence. I have no idea how consistent all that is. I only did it for fun one time, just to see how it was, because I wanted to play as the villain and see how that worked. And because it's a boss rush mode, like, you don't have to worry about grinding for gear and grinding for items. It's just be fast at the battles and figure out what the most optimal moves are. Obviously, Super Mario RPG Experiment I'm working on as well. Dragon Quest 11 and Final Fantasy Picture Remaster. I upload them to my YouTube channel because I have a 14 invitation on my videos. Before they upload me deleted and will be a separate place for everyone to find my content which to do so. And you also get a notification of when I go from them as well. Follow or subscribe me on Twitch. 100 subscribers. I'll be doing a Final Fantasy 2 Picture Remaster speedrun. Also more channel point rewards. Obviously, once we finish Brothership, Mario Legion Brothership, there's an Endure remake, Prince Speech Showtime, Donkey Kong Country Returns, and Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. The three choices at the moment are Like During Infinite Wealth, Luigi Mansion 2 HD, and Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Those are the three choices right now. Sub badges, emotes, was like reviewing, or you can just choose to watch the ads, get Twitch Turbo, or ad block. I greatly appreciate your support. For the follows, chat, subs, bigs, lurks, raids, shoutouts, as always, greatly appreciated. I will be doing Rivals next week, so no speedruns unless something comes up, which I don't think it will. See what Ultron's like, quick matches, competitive mini games, all that good stuff as well. Follow me on Twitter to be notified when I go live, which I'm on Discord. I will send you invite to my friends. Discord server close to 2,000 members. Super Grand Strong, Pendulum Gamers as well. I'm very active there and there's good notification. I've only got one as well. And also, if you want to know from a stream overlay that I use my future content going forward, you can find a link down below to that as well. Alright, well, before we go and finish up for today, let's see if there's anyone online we can raid. If anyone has any raid requests they'd like me to make, I would gladly do so. Otherwise, we shall just see who's currently online and go and give them the raid. Let's see. Let's see if there's anyone online right now. Who is streaming? If there's anyone right now. Oh, there's a couple of people streaming right now. You know what? Someone is playing Spyro Year of the Dragon right now. I am a huge Spyro fan. One of my favorite games of all time. Well, not really of all time, but favorite series of all time, I should say. So let's go and give them the raid. So thank you everyone for watching as always. And with all that being said, have a good rest of the day, night, wherever you all are, and I will see you all for the next stream.